So when we're setting up the bow, we're going to look at the natural position. My natural position, this finger likes to be separate, right? And I like to be across from my middle finger to make that little ring. So 2 middle fingers literally holding the bow. So when I set up my fingers, here it is, and thumb goes right across from my middle finger. Okay, so as you can see, a little bit distance in there because that's my natural position. So whatever is there, I put the bow into my natural position. So here we are, and pinky is right there. So then I put my thumb right beside the frog. Right beside the frog, not on the frog, but beside. And here's my hand position. So I always recommend to hold the stick with the left hand and then put the bow into your hand. Now, taking violin, that will be heavy on the pinky. So you will be developing the strength of your pinky and thumb to hold the bow in this position. It's very heavy. Tip is very heavy. So now I have my violin and I'm going to put it on. So your job is not to disturb your bow hold. Practice lifting. Okay, lift, put, pinky holds. You could do this lifting, putting. So thumb pushes a little bit underneath and pinky pushes on the top. Ta-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum. Good. Now I could practice plucking, because some pieces of music requires plucking and playing with the bow. So here I'm going to do very slowly. Pluck. When I pluck, I hold it a little bit in this position because in this way I may slip with my pinky. So I lock a little bit my pinky and move bow a little bit to the side. That's how I do it. Sometimes there's just so fast you have no time to really to straighten up your pinky, only if you have a lot of time. Otherwise you have to be very strong. Okay?
Got it.
Good. So another thing you're going to practice, play, relax. Play, relax. Lift and right away give it rest, because you don't want to over practice that pinky right away too much. Then you can go to the tip of the bow. Tip of the bow. Tip of the bow requires strength, because sometimes when we play, sound is not good because it's very light, so we need the strength. So we're going to practice push-ups. Push, push. What is pushing? Who is pushing? First finger on the top. I call it first finger. Sometimes students asking me which finger is first. Okay, on this hand, I don't know. On this hand, this is first.
Okay.
So sometimes I would do, I will just say pointing finger, index finger.
Yeah.
So push with the index finger on the top, and you notice that my bow goes a little bit in and out, in and out. Push, release, push, release. So you're really developing this muscle, because they're a requirement of the strength. In that way, you're not going to play this sound, but this sound, because you have a strength on the first finger. Now, you could practice this. Pluck, put, relax. Make sure your fingers in the right place. Play, pluck, put, relax. Okay, here you're working, moving this muscle, pushing on this muscle. You're doing movement to play parallel and place the bow right in the place. Pluck, put, And again, when we transfer from here to here, pinky holds that heavy bow, and now you're moving in the air, here, there, and pinky and thumb holding the bow. Good. And then you could practice slow, light, and then heavy, light, weight on the first finger. And I turn my wrist tiny bit toward the first finger, toward my index. When we come back, we have to come back to this position, more toward pinky, right? So notice it's very small movement, but I still do it. And I'm releasing the weight of the first finger.
And putting it.
Heavy on the first, light on the first. Pinky holds, pinky holds, pinky holds.